you've done some rail rides where I'm like, he is risking his life. That shit is so crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Let's talk
Yeah, I
about
don't know. At
that.
some point, yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry, at some point?
At some point, yeah, you just the spot is like you can see it happen, or you just want to do it so much that you almost don't even think like the same way. It's like you don't think
Yeah.
it's dangerous because you want to do it so much that like the danger doesn't seem like that big, you know?
Yeah. I love that. And that's kind of how you have to think about it. Like if you
Yeah.
spend that's we've covered this in the past, but I think like the more time you spend thinking about what could go wrong, ha, no pun intended, the
Mm-hmm.
more time you think about what could go wrong, the more likely something is going to go wrong. Like you have to visualize
Yeah.
landing it and, you know,
Yeah.
respect the fact that things could go wrong, but you're not thinking about that. You visualize
Yeah. Yeah.
it working and making it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So on that note, like what's the clip throughout your riding career that sticks out the most as far as like a mental battle of like, oh fuck, okay, I'm doing this, you know, like, and the scariest thing that you've done,
Yeah.
any
Well,
pop
I
into
think it's
mind?
definitely there's a few, but the one I remember like feeling like that crazy the most was the one in San Diego, the one by that building that made with the a pink shirt. It made the poster like the at the end of one of my shadow videos. It's like a downhill landing, a downhill like run up into that white rail, and there's like a big ass drop.
Yeah,
Remember this one?
I think I remember this one.
That one I remember just my heart being like boom, boom, boom. Or my head saying like no, no, but my body was I was still like grabbing my back out of the van or just like getting ready. I was like, what? I was like, I guess it's happening. It's like,
You're like,
whoa.
don't do this, and then all of a sudden you're doing it. What video is
Yeah.
that in?
It was called Maya, I think. Yeah, yeah. It's like a longer
Let's see.
one.
Oh yeah, pink shirt. Yep, this is the one that I was picturing myself actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show the homies. Let's go here. Here she is. Shoo. Yeah, that's pretty fucking out of this world, dude. That's amazing.
But like that's the best perfect example of like how scary something can be. And when I actually fell, nothing happened. I look at my elbow, I'm barely scratched. See like
Yeah, let's
here?
see it. Yeah.
I was like, what?
You're like, I'm fine. Whoa.
And I
That'll
rolled, and then I was like, nothing. So I was like, don't worry about it, just do
just
it
get her
again, you
done.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think learning how to fall is part of the game. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that might happen to and you're like a cat. You can land on your feet, you know? But then you got her done.
But
Like
then
this
there was
is
the
this
one
is the
in
part that I'm
Seattle.
curious about.
What?
It's just like what's going through your head right here, you know? Are you
Oh, yeah,
thinking in
just
French or are you thinking in English when
no,
you're
definitely thinking in English at that point. Or right there, I wasn't really thinking. I was just like, I
yeah,
was
just
actually like a crazy rush of,
just
yeah.
zero.
And it was like a crazy silence because everyone was kind of like scared. So it was like a crazy silent in the street
Yeah.
because there was a lot of people, but you couldn't hear even them anyone breathe. I was like,
That's like a cinematic moment almost.
yeah. But then I,
Okay.
I was looking at the building in front of it, and it was called Eureka, and it gave me a little sign. I was like, okay, you got it,
What was it called?
Eureka, Eureka,
Eureka. Give you a
Eureka.
little sign. All right. And then what'd you say about Seattle video?
Yeah, the one on the roof also. That one was like probably definitely higher, but easier rail. So I wasn't like dripping as much, but still it was like 3 4 stories.
Is it Swasti Seattle BMX video from 2 years ago?
No, it was the shadow one also, like full of bliss. I think it was called.
Shadow BMX Seattle. Let's see. Full of bliss. Yeah. It's the ender? Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my god, I remember this one. This is absolutely bonkers. Let's show the people again. Yep, this is the one. Yeah, tell me the story about this one.
Yeah, it's kind of oh yeah, story because I ended up doing that 180 bar 5 times,
Whoa.
and then having to deal with the gap 5 times because I had Colton I was filming and Oder was there too, Mike and Colton,
Yeah.
And then, but I wanted different angles to give it justice. And then Coulomb got on top of the other building, I guess like slightly taller,
Yeah.
to get a up like angle like that to see the depth of the building. But every time he kind of like framed the clip perfect. Like, it framed me perfect, but you couldn't really see the drop. And
Wait
I
a
was like
second. You're
trying,
telling me that you did this tire ride to 180 bar 5 times? This
yeah,
death defying banger, this thing?
just yeah, because at
What?
first I did three, and then I was like three is kind of boring,
You
so I
did
did
this?
180.
You did this shit 5 times?
Yeah,
That's fucking insane.
until we get this angle that would show
Oh
the
my
depth.
god.
Because he was up
Wow,
there,
bro. Yeah, I see him up there.
but
Dude.
it was like I could have technically gone to the end of the rail because it was that easy of a rail.
Yeah.
But I was
Don't risk
like
that.
now there would be chances for me to like do it on the
Yeah.
other
That's
side.
when you start getting greedy. That's when shit goes wrong.
Exactly.
Man, I cannot believe you did this shit 5 times.
I know that's something if you don't know, but wow.
Makes
I was
my
starting to worry. I was like, now I'm playing with fire.
Yeah, you can see like you're leaning
Yeah,
over like it's,
just on and off. Yeah, it is too much.
just making my stomach hurt thinking about doing that shit, bro. That is nuts. That's mind over matter big time right there. Because that is, like a relatively chill thing to do,
Yeah,
especially if I was at like a skate park or something. But
yeah.
the danger factor on that left side is so
hmm
sus, man. Well, those
And
are
I found a
pretty,
spot
yeah.
by myself.
You
Found a
found that
spot by
spot by
myself,
yourself?
yeah, kind of like exploring Seattle, and it was so good that I almost like was gonna film it by myself, And,
Yeah.
and I was like, you know what? That's not the kind of spot I want to film by myself. So I
How did how did you find it? It
and
looks like it's on top of a roof. Were you just looking up and
it
you
was just
saw?
like something that led me to something that led me to like going back this building, like a ball jam, like and then stupid, and then I went around the building, and then I could see the top of the roof, and wow.
You look up and you're like, "There's a rail up there." How did you end up getting on that
No, because
roof?
the road was going up and then behind the building, so I was like kind of like leveled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Word.
because
So like the
Seattle
top
is
of the
kind of like
building you could see from the
yeah
road.
from
Okay.
where the parking.
I was picturing it just being like a regular flat city and this is a tall building and you're on top of it, but
Yeah,
that makes a little bit more
no,
sense.
Seattle's kind of like yeah, San Francisco.
Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description, so if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. Anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor, and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.